Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Red Center by Night. But this time, we are seeing things from the point of view of the Camarilla. A little trigger warning before we start. There will be mentions of bugs in general. There will be some bit of gaslighting, and just be careful of general fuckery as a whole. Anyway, let's start the story.
So you wanna go to war with me? You're talking like you think you're royalty. You think that I'm afraid, but I don't break. I heard you question my stability. You think I'll fall just like a guillotine, but I am here to stay. Won't look away. The storm is coming, so you better start running. No, you can't control, feel it in my bones. I'm coming for the, coming for the. I'm coming for the throne.
Sydney's Camarilla is a haven known to welcome all types of kindred, regardless of their background. Or at the very least, that's how Prince Saracen of Sydney flaunts it. Luxurious, elegant, untouched by politics of the kindreds from other countries, the Camarilla of Sydney makes itself feel welcoming. And that is what we see as we open the scene to the magnificent site of Sydney's most iconic opera house, the site of our evening's Elysium. Fireworks lit up the sky as we find ourselves looking at a very beautiful lady. Her long curly black hair is up in an elegant bun, and her amazing dark complexion complemented her floor-length, sparkling golden gown. She welcomed everybody with a bright smile. Welcome everybody to our evening's Elysium. But that is not where our camera leads us. We shift our attention to where Charlie is right now. We see this dapper Banu Hakim named Charlie Knox, quite tall, skulking around, trying to blend in with the background. Charlie, what's in your mind right now?
I think I'm a bit nervous. We don't do these events very often, and they're a pretty huge security threat, or risk, rather. So I'm a bit antsy, moving around the perimeter, looking for anything that doesn't smell right. And then also putting off the inevitable moment where I'm going to have to check my knife in with the sheriff and actually make myself known. Probably considering doing it secretly for a moment and thinking better of it.
The sheriff always knows.
Yeah.
As you skulk around, more like prowling around the perimeter, we see a petite Asian lady, her brown hair in a neat bob, and she is dressed in a smart casual suit. Quite out of place in a really fancy Elysium like this one. Charlie, you see this lady, around her mid-20s, smiling at you. As she weaves through the crowd, you would recognize this lady as Ape. One of the lawyers, mortal lawyers, in charge of helping keep the Camarilla Masquerade up. Last you saw her, you were tasked with containing a possible Masquerade breach in a hidden ocean facility in a solo mission that has gone quite successful, but with unexpected results. Mr. Charlie.
Got it in one. 8.
Yes, that is my name. So how have you been?
Staying alive.
That's good. That's good. You don't seem to be socializing.
Thanks for the help.
I was just doing my job.
Do you need something, Nate?
No, just socializing. Just wondering what you're up to. Right after, those 2 mortal deaths in your hands. But it's, it's nothing. Anything to keep the masquerade up, right?
Sure.
She smiles at you before moving away. Not really away, but more like within your proximity, but still within earshot. Now we move the camera to the TikTok famous creator in their off days and the prince's personal guard full time. What did our dear Argent Addison wear to the Elysium tonight?
Argent is already inside, standing close but still slightly distanced from the prince, slightly behind him, just scrolling, looking for something.
Walk us through your outfit.
I mean, this is about as fancy as Jen gets. We're not a suit and tie kind of person. So Jen is just casual, open shirt, likes to show it off a little bit, has a nice fancy harness that they bought, and all their rings and necklaces and leather pants and...
Still quite fab for a gangrel.
Look, well dressed for a gangrel, not well dressed for Elysium.
That's true.
At least I'm not wearing a banana yellow suit.
Don't let the prince hear you. Jen, with your senses and penchants for chaos, you pick up with your amazing hearing. The prince muttering under his breath. And here comes the bitch. As a tall, sophisticated lady with her hair and fringes in a clean dark bob with light underside peeking through. She sweeps through the crowd, parting the kindred with her long feathered cloak. As we see Miss Dasha von Lang enter the scene.
Hello. Princey darling, how are you doing tonight?
You want...
You know what I want. I've heard rumors about something secret happening in this Elysium.
I don't know about any secrets.
Are you really going to have to do this? I'm gonna reach over and do the thing that he likes with his ear, and I'll be like...
Jen just quietly...
There's a secret box, darling. I must know what's inside. I can help.
I would like you to roll your persuasion and charisma. Let's see if your flirtation would actually work on the prince.
Okay. Alright.
It could also be manipulation and persuasion.
Oh yeah, that might be better.
That's better.
You're more manipulative than you are nice.
Who needs persuasion when you can just manipulate people?
Yeah, alright, here we go. Whoa. Okay. Oh dear, that would be a messy critical.
First roll of the critical.
So I've got...
Off to a great start, gang.
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah, so I've got a critical make hunger dice, and then 2 other criticals, and then 2 other successes. So what is that total?
So 2 criticals is 4,
So that's 4,
and then all your
5,
successes,
6, 7.
and then a messy crit.
Yeah.
Okay.
The prince actually pulls you in into like a half hug as he is sitting down. And he goes, Who told you?
You know how little birds work. But I did hear it's associated with one Maxie.
Maxie's arrival, their arrival is supposed to be kept a secret.
That's adorable, darling.
Yeah, like anyone can keep secrets around here.
Alright, I'll buy it. I'll actually buy it.
Oh.
Come with me.
I'm excited.
As we do this, we move to the third member of this coterie, an industrial venture who looked like they could fit in amongst any working class group with their sleek black hair and quite pale complexion, surprisingly. Maxie Seraph. You are being held under custody in a room together with the Nosferatu lady. She has 3 long gashes on her white leather skin. Flies buzz around her, and their buzzing is quite loud in the quiet white meeting room that the both of you are stuck in. In the corner of this room, a big wooden box with the big words fragile is just sitting.
Did you have to bring your ego in such a large container?
It's a fragile and delicate thing.
Most are, darling.
Cotton wool, newspaper, packaging.
Sounds very flammable.
So are we.
Oh, darling.
Yes, sweetheart?
No, that's all I had.
Oh, fair enough.
So,
How long do you think we'll be kept waiting? Not that I have any other plans. Or is it just a matter of apprehension, I suppose?
I would guess as long as it takes to figure out whatever shenanigans are going on elsewhere. Why, do you need to use the bathroom?
No, I'm sort of particularly concerned about the fragility of the contents.
Okay, colour me intrigued.
I'm under orders not to open it.
I'm not.
I'll turn around for deniability, and I couldn't have stopped you.
Please try, though.
It will make it more convincing, wouldn't it?
Oh, it'd be just so much fun, regardless.
Just not the face.
Yeah, not mine either.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think I'd be able to hit you anyway.
You flirting with me? Because, I'm interested.
It's passing the time.
I have been known to be a good pastime from time to time. That came out differently then. Just imagine I said something very cool, okay?
Gladly.
Excellent. So, got a crowbar? I left mine in my other pants. A lady must be prepared.
What are in those pants?
Secrets and doom, darling. Secrets and doom. Why? What's in your pants?
Possibility and apprehension?
Okay, you get points for that one. You're quick, I like that.
What's first prize? No, what's second, because it is more polite if I come second.
Oh. You know, if my heart was beating, it might have skipped one.
I wonder how far we can go before we're eventually bothered.
Well, I'm never bothered, so let's go all the way. And I'll move over to the box and start to see how the top is fastened down and investigate it.
I will watch, but I'm genuinely curious what's about to happen, frankly. I don't
Alice,
want it to.
Alice, you notice that the lid is nailed shut.
Mm-hmm.
But it is quite a flimsy wooden container.
Okay.
So with your strength, you can easily just pry it open.
Alice will turn her back to Maxie and make a show of like patting herself down and shove her hand in her shirt and pull out nothing, but then push her fingers in between the lid and the box and just start trying to pull it apart.
I am not going to try and stop the Nosferatu from doing anything.
But I'm not going to rip the lid off. I'm just going to like
Pry.
and peek in.
Gonna have a little squeeze.
Please be delicate.
I'll turn around and go, I am the epitome of refinement and delicacy. I thought we had something special.
Wow.
With
Way
a
to
loud
insult a lady.
crack, the corner of the lid just rises off.
Ooh,
Nailed it.
sorry, didn't know my own strength. Yeah, I will peek inside.
You see that there is an individual inside, just crouched down, lying. However, their head has a hood on it, and you cannot see, but you're pretty certain that it is a woman, like a young woman.
My.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm just even more intrigued. Is this your usual hobby? I must say, keeping them in boxes must make for excellent storage. You could just bank them up. Take your pick. You know, you get bored on a Tuesday. Time for box 7.
Okay, this has gotten disturbing very quickly. Is that how, like, do you bags, boxes, dumpsters?
Wow.
No one will examine a dumpster.
Wow. That's a really hurtful stereotype.
It's the stereotype.
Well, look. That someone this beautiful would rummage around in dumpsters?
That's a stereotype.
Flick my hair over my shoulder. Darling, it was beautiful while it lasted.
In fairness, for me, it never lasts for long.
And with
Please
that,
leave the girl in the box.
And with that, we move the camera back to Charlie, who is still doing his thing where he tries to avoid the sheriff. But the sheriff always finds him. Mr. Knox.
Leah. Take good care, please. And then Charlie will pull out this very big Bowie knife that is in a sheath that's been strapped to his leg. And gingerly place it in Leah's hands.
I always do. And she flicks it around playfully. You sure that's everything?
You want to check?
She gives you a curious look. Because she's not sure about your intentions, Charlie. Well, I can check another time. But there's something happening in meeting room 8. I'm not sure if you'll be interested in that. Might be another job for you though. So might be best to be in that area considering the prince will call on you at some point in the future.
Appreciate it.
I'll see you around, she says as she's twirling your bowie knife around with her fingers. The prince, accompanied by Dasha and Jen, actually passes by you, Charlie. And the prince gives you a look. Eight nudges you and says,
Yeah.
introductions.
You're so stoic.
Just,
Greet the prince.
oh. It's good to see you, Prince Cersei.
Charlie. Are you busy?
I think I'm about to be.
Jen's just mouthing, please say no, please say no, please say no.
Oh. Pretty sure you don't have auspics, but that's quite astute of you. Let's go.
I'll fall in line.
Dasha, he's still holding you by like the waist.
I'm suddenly feeling very cheapened by the company.
Jen just quietly leans over to Charlie, says, thank you, don't leave me alone with these two.
And I'm gonna whisper to Cersei, don't leave me alone with this abomination.
Wow. Oof.
No worries, Saracen will just give you a wink. What is the scene that Prince Saracen and the rest of the group see in this meeting room as they open the door?
Alice's shirt is half off, but only because she's opened it and is like rolling her sleeves up to get into the box. And her hair, which is coming down wavy on one side of her head, has been ruffled up, and her lipstick on on the side of her face where the gashes are has been smeared. She looks like a right mess, but she is peering into the box and just like poking the contents.
I am on as far the opposite side of the room as I can be, sort of just leaning against the wall, just watching, but it would be actively hard for me to be further away.
It's like pressed against the wall, like,
Yeah, like, just sort of just, yes, Shit.
Having fun, darling?
Maxie, darling, we've got company.
Oh, damn.
My
Push my
friends,
hair back.
ma'am.
Seems that I'm not the only one who's been busy.
I just couldn't resist.
She really couldn't.
So intoxicating.
Sorry, sir.
I'm not.
Well, both of you at least introduce yourselves before we start.
Oh, we didn't exchange names. Wow.
I do that all the time, darling, it's fine.
Alice. Lovely to make your acquaintance. I don't
Max.
normally do this.
Maxie. Maximilian. But Maxie is a preference. I don't believe I'm as familiar as I wish to be. With most of you, in fact.
Maxi Seraph is a great investor who has now come back to Sydney to reinvest into some of our markets. This is Dasha von Lam.
Yeah, I was absolutely going to push through if you didn't introduce me. Come on, Lan. Regent of the Chantry.
Maxie.
My pleasure.
Argent, Addison,
A pleasure.
something like that.
I'm Charlie.
Pleasure to meet you, sir.
So serious.
Alice's eyes have locked on Dasha while she's slowly zipping up her shirt.
Yeah, I'll be staring back.
interesting. My prince, you keep very strange company. Even stranger boxes.
Alright, let's see what's so interesting about this box that everyone wants to see it.
Okay. Jen just walks over and sticks their claws under it and looks at. Ready? Together?
Yeah.
One, two, three. Chink!
With a loud crack and a crash, the wooden lid actually just smoothly comes off because of the combined strength of these two really strong kindred.
Jen
Hence-
absolutely high fives you. You can just,
Alice will be like,
just yeah. It's fine.
Inside, all of us, all of the people in this room, could see that there is a young woman in the box, just sleeping in torpor. There is a stake through her, through the suit that she is wearing, but you cannot see her face as it is shrouded in the hood.
I'll look over at Maxie and go, kinky.
Why do you have a woman in a box?
Sir, I wish I had an explanation. It was discovered on my ship upon my arrival. The stake is not mine. She has not stirred. We resealed it and came here immediately upon its discovery.
And what is this? Is it just a random kindred that you staked, or somebody else staked, or...
She was already staked, already in torpor. I know nothing about her. I don't even know where she's from. We stopped at 12 ports on the way down here from Brisbane. She could have been from any one of them.
So a staked kindred in a box turned up on your ship out of the blue.
Without anybody
Yes.
noticing.
Somehow. And I'm thought... Yes.
Up your security, buddy.
Now we move to the fourth member of this coterie. Delilah Jones. You can hear sounds from far away. It's as if you are dreaming. You can hear two people flirting, some loud creaks, a person interrogating another person, but none of them sound familiar to you. Everything just feels like you're floating. As if you're detached from your own body. But you're stuck there. You can't move, you can't speak, you can only listen. Then, with a sharp color, you stare awake. Just to be filled with overwhelming hunger.
Oh.
You're extremely thirsty and you need a drink. You need to feed, and that's what your beast, or you don't know what the beast is yet, but that's what the voices are telling you to do. To just take a bite of the nearest person next to you. And tell me, who is the nearest person in this box?
So Jen's still probably leaning over it like, what the fuck is going on in here?
So, as the stake is ripped from my chest, can I hear where Jen is, considering the hood's still over my head?
You can smell the blood.
I'm going to reach out and grab as quick as I can. I need to eat.
Strength and brawl.
Alright.
Both of you.
Strength and brawl?
Probably all hunger dice for you.
It's literally just a hunger dice.
Full frenzy.
One success.
3 successes.
Jen, You've dealt with a lot of hungry kindred before.
Yeah.
This kindred is quite weak, like weaker than most, or probably one of the weakest kindred you've ever
Poor
encountered.
baby.
I'm ripping off the hood
Yeah.
to look around and also see who I would try to grab a hold of.
When
But-
she does that, Jen will grab her hand and like pin it behind her, sort of like hold her. Just be like, let's not let you move too much.
And Delilah's just snarling.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
still hungry.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to break out. I'm just snarling, like, everything I can do.
Jen just absolutely just hisses back. 'Cause Jen doesn't really snarl. Jen's more of a
I just need... I'm so thirsty, please.
I know, darling, I know. It's fine. Stay still.
I just
Don't
want...
move.
I just want to drink.
Yeah, in a minute. Just give it a minute.
You see, well, you guys, the two of you are having this little interaction. The rest of the room actually sees Prince Saracen grab a random waiter from outside, pull him in,
Snack pack.
and go like, "Hey, you can let go."
You ready?
Yeah, she's just snarling.
Don't kill him.
I go.
Throw the person at you,
Push
and
the person.
you drink, and it's the most delicious thing you have ever tasted in your life. No other taste beats this one. It's like nectars from the gods.
Fascinating. Is Delilah slowly becoming aware of what she is drinking?
No, not until you finish drinking.
Can
And it
we
is quite messy.
pull her off before she kills this
Yeah,
guy?
preferably.
Charlie will help with that. As
Yeah.
well.
So,
Does that...
I would not recommend that. Prince Saracen would say that, especially if one of you suggests that, considering this is a kindred in a frenzy. They don't stop until they've drained everything.
Alice would move over to Dasha while all of this is going on and just go, "It's been a while since I've seen this. How about you?"
Yeah, it's very fishy, isn't it?
Oh, also, they're so young. It's sad.
And so... I don't hear anyone speaking.
You are just completely focused on the blood. Until you finish this guy. And as you take the last sip, you slowly regain your consciousness. And the first thing you notice is the blood in your hands and the body in front of you.
Oh, fuck. I didn't...
Jen sort of comes over to her. It's just like, it's okay. It's okay.
He...
You didn't do it on purpose. It was an accident.
I would like to gently take the body and sort of just create some distance between Delilah and the corpse.
Yeah.
I'd like to just create that
just
separation.
dead staring at it.
Yeah. Jen's like sort of like crouching in front of you and just like,
I
you
didn't...
didn't do it on purpose.
What did I...
You were hungry.
I was hungry?
This is going to be
This is-
complicated.
this
I
is-
want to vomit.
Don't
That
do
passes.
that.
That will pass.
Just,
I'm sorry, I didn't...
it's okay. It happens.
Holy shit, what happens now?
Um,
Someone needs to call the police,
sense-based, can I roll to get an idea potentially of how, like, old she might, like, how new her beast is? Cool.
While this is happening, I'm just going to be like, someone sent you a fledgling. Someone sent you an infant.
Apparently.
Are you upset?
Not a big roll, but
Any number.
I'm having an upset. 2. It's not a big one.
2.
No.
You sense that this is a very fresh child. Not even like, probably like 2-3 days old.
Yeah, sort of like, they sort of lean back just like, oh, you're just a baby. You are just a baby.
And
I just killed someone and you're calling me a baby.
Yeah, babies do that. Our babies do that.
Babies don't what?
Okay, Alright. My prince, how do you want to navigate this poor girl?
Someone sending you an unclaimed child. There's only one way to navigate this. Come on, get Leah. We'll take her out to the incinerator.
There's no need for that.
There's very little need for that.
There's rules for that. That's why we're all here.
We don't know where she came from, though, so her sire also needs to be punished.
Indeed, that's true. I can find that out very easily.
That is also very true. Dasha can easily find out.
Alright, let's
Yeah.
start there.
Good. Okay. We're just gonna need,
But then after that, after we track down the sire, we will incinerate both the sire and the childer.
Sounds good to me.
I'm just.
It's okay. You're okay.
Step by step. And the more questions that are raised, the longer we can put off the last step. So I would advise cooperation.
Okay. Okay.
All we care about is the truth. And in the truth will help you as well.
Okay. I can do that. I can do that.
You're cool. That's cool.
Well, hand it over.
She just
I
needs...
hand my bloody
This-
hand
this
over
is-
to.
I'm still like cradling a corpse, essentially.
Okay, I need to open to the right page. Sorry. Oh, we know the drill. I
Close
will,
the eyes.
take out a little delicate dagger from somewhere and slash her open and pour it into a cup. That
Jen
just
just sort of
comes out
holds
there.
your wrist so that you don't move.
And it,
I'm in shock. I don't think I even noticed.
Yeah.
Delilah doesn't notice.
Yeah, it doesn't even
She's
hurt. It's
just staring over at the corpse still.
okay. So, I just need I have a silver cup filled with blood, and it will be one rouse check, so you will need to roll your hunger dice. See if you get hungrier. Yep.
Not used to it yet.
From 0, you turn to 1.
I will
Oh,
also.
yeah, actually, that's good.
I will need to mix it with my blood, and I think as I'm doing that, I'm also going to try and subtly touch her open wrist with my bloody hand, just to mix it up a little bit. See if anyone notices.
Can I roll to see if I notice?
Might be equipped to know what that is.
I also
It's
would
an
like to
awareness.
see if I
Yeah.
notice.
Is that against me doing something
No,
sneaky?
fuck me up there.
Do I need to do something?
You need to do dexterity and stealth.
Okay, stealth. Is that?
Sorry, was that wits and awareness?
Yeah, with no awareness.
With an awareness.
Oh,
yes.
I am arousing the blood.
Yeah, same.
I'm actually...
Do I get hungry?
Actually, Prince Saracen would also be in the room.
Okay.
Do you have to roll, like, at least 3 dice?
Not me.
Or is it
No,
up
that's
to
after.
I'm
You're,
busy.
you have a corpse.
I'm busy.
It's up to 3.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to use a willpower then.
Only 4 successes.
Yeah, I'm at
These
4,
two,
so
hopefully get a little bit more. Or not.
only if I got it.
6 successes.
Oh, you know what? Fuck it, willpower. I'm just gonna make it really subtle. I have a lot of those, so. Oh, that was useless. Okay, 4 successes.
Oops.
Who beat me?
I tied you.
6.
Only 2.
Everyone sees each other. That's fine.
I don't.
But do they actually know what I'm doing? Because
Everybody
it's
saw
a
that. We
blood
all
source.
saw that.
But Charlie would have an idea.
I think I might have an idea of what you're doing.
Okay.
And Prince Saracen as well.
Okay.
He's been around you.
Well, I mean, if they're gonna be incinerated anyway, why does it matter what I do with them?
That's not... No.
Anyway, back to the ritual. Unless anyone's gonna say something in that moment.
Does anybody say anything?
Alice doesn't, she just raises an eyebrow.
Okay.
Actually, Prince Saracen would say something.
Okay, what's he gonna say?
Really funny business in front of everybody.
I'll say what I said before. If they're gonna be incinerated anyway.
Jen will sort of just pull the hand away. Like, doesn't know what's going on, but just, nah. Pulls her hand away.
Did I get away with it or not? Like, did
No.
it actually happen?
No.
So you got pulled away before and okay, good
Yeah,
job.
everybody saw it happening and Jen just,
Saw
nah.
that.
It doesn't mean that they let it happen or not. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick up on everyone's vibe and just immediately sidle up to Jen.
I've
and be
got what I
like,
need for the top anyway. That's fine.
Jen's like,
Yeah.
this is my baby now.
Okay, so the ritual. Well, remind me again what I'm rolling for the ritual. It's intelligence and blood sorcery, right?
Yeah, it's intelligence blood
So that's
sorcery.
a lot already.
A lot already.
What would you like to say that?
Me rolling 3 dice.
2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and I will. Let's see how we go with that. Come on,
Nice.
give me a crit this time, baby.
Crit.
Oh no.
Oh, Beast, you'll stay there.
3, 4 successes, and I will spend a willpower to roll 3. That's 5 successes. No crit, so boo.
For the people watching this, can you explain what your blood sorcery can do? Just for
Okay,
people.
so it expands upon a power, the taste for blood, allowing the user to learn more details about the subject studied. So, assuming the subject's a vampire, I would know the generation, the name, the sire, and I think expanding on already knowing their clan, I believe. I think the sire would only be on a critical win also informs user of any blood bonds active on the subject.
Dasha, you would know that this young woman is a Toreador.
Okay.
And you would know that they are of 13th generation and they're not blood bonded to anybody. However, the sire's name and age / generation does not become clear.
Interesting. Okay.
Good.
I think as I'm just like sipping it, I'll be like, yeah, 13th, Toreador. Oh, that's odd.
It's fine, she's just got a thing.
That's very odd.
It's a shame they chose an ugly one this time.
I don't know.
Did you fuck on my box?
Like,
Not
Debbie-
your box if I'm fucking on it, is it?
I was in it. It's my. Can I have the hood back? Like.
Oh, we're jealous. I mean, yeah, no one can be, quite this beautiful. It's
I
fine.
cannot.
You have flies around you.
If a bomb dropped
It's
on
her.
the building, it would not be a worse time.
That's fine. Just- she's just like that. We love her for it.
Did you also? You two.
I'm like mid putting down the body and putting my coat over it. By the way, I'm paused, half crouched down in this.
I was found on your shit. Why would you fuck on my box?
I
You
was
can
never-
join in next time if you want.
Did you guys actually fuck on the box?
A lady
No.
chose no.
No.
What lady?
Enough
What
of
is
the
happening?
fucking! And as Prince Saracen says that, everybody please roll Dex and Athletics.
Oh, here we go.
Dex and athletics.
6.
Anyone who rolled 4 and below, actually below 4,
So,
3 and below,
3 and less.
is suddenly on the ground. As the whole structure, this whole building starts to rock. And you hear screaming from somewhere inside the Elysium. You see Prince Saracen just clutching the doorway, keeping himself balanced before he yells out, "Leah!" And the sheriff, in all her glory, full sheriff outfit like an actual sheriff, shows up, making sure that first of all the prince is safe. And as she tries to help him up, she starts saying, "A plane just crashed outside Elysium.
Sorry, what?
A plane outside in the harbor."
In Darling, Jen sort of like runs to see if they can see out, like
You're-
either a window or.
With your amazing senses, you can actually see out of the window and see that there is an actual plane out there.
That is a whole ass plane.
Charlie's gonna be at Leah's side, hand out.
Give me the knife.
Give it.
We need to check it out.
You're not going alone.
I'll go with him.
Yeah, I'll go.
I'm scrambling to my feet. A lot has been happening to me at the moment.
We'll take the baby. Initiation.
Why are we taking the baby?
Initiation. It'll be fun.
Why am I getting called a baby?
It's fine.
Leah's just looking at all of you suspiciously because she's not privy to any of this, and you are a new face.
Hi. I immediately like wipe that blood off my
Oh.
hands.
Lean over. She was in the box. It's a whole story.
Oh yeah, the box. Charlie? Make sure no masquerade breaches.
Yep.
Or else, I confiscate this. Forever. Got
It
it?
won't be a problem.
She hands it to you. And Prince Saracen is just trying not to lose his composure. Alright, report back whatever happens. So all the days has to be during an Elysium.
Peak vampire luck. Let's go. Before he changes his mind, everybody go.
We'll see it done, sir.
And Charlie, as you pass by, the sheriff actually slaps your butt. It's a very stealthy way. You're not sure who did it.
As Max goes by, Alice slaps his butt. He knows who it is.
Jen puts an arm around
Just-
Delilah and is like, come on.
Delilah's witnessing this meanwhile.
Just
Yep.
going to brush by that.
So all four of you leave. Alice, you receive a phone call. It's just a quick, short phone call, as if somebody has said or told you the news before you dropped it. And then not a few minutes later, Dasha gets a phone call. And it's the same way with Alice before she drops the call. Prince Saracen is looking at the both of you like, something the matter? Any news?
Oh, no, it was just someone had heard the explosion and was checking in to make sure I was okay.
Manipulation and subterfuge. You
Both of
two?
us? Oh, right,
Both of us.
okay.
Both of you, of course. Going to the prince. Let's see if the prince can do this.
I think I might need some luck on my side. Oh no, I get hungry. Yeah.
Yeah, same. So you add the hunger after that, right? Or during this roll now? I can't remember.
You have to rouse your blood first.
Yeah, you rouse your blood and then
And then include it in the roll?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
See how all this goes.
Okay. Alright. Willpower. I'm spending so much willpower this thing. Alright, that's better. That's better. 7.
same.
I got a 7 too.
What does that mean?
It means you're at an impasse. Like, you know that he's suspicious of something, but he doesn't know what to be suspicious of. So, you know that you passed barely, but he knows he still needs to be suspicious. It's just one of those things, like, he sort of knows, but he's not sure.
Yeah.
And you have a feeling that he knows, but you're not sure.
Okay, I'm gonna try and distract him with some other news. I'll just be like, Saracen. I'll try and do it out of earshot of you, knowing that you can hear everything anyway. When I did the ritual, there's some fuckery going on. I couldn't. Someone's obfuscating the sire of this blood.
How is that possible?
I don't know, because there are other things that were more difficult to see that were very clear to me. But this should have been fairly easy, and it was just a nothing in my brain.
I think it's Sabat.
Maybe. That sounds like something they could do.
We'll see how this group goes, and we'll send him. If that child has a sire somewhere who's not dead, then the sire will find the child.
I mean, also, Toreador, maybe we should just ask, you know, Isidoro. Yeah.
I could do that. But not today. Not tonight. Not with all this. He gestures at the Elysium, who are all this kindred who are confused. Some of them just chatting away, looking out at the plain.
Another time then.
My prince, if I might make a humble suggestion, I could always attempt to narrow down the location upon which she was placed on the ship. I feel like Maxie and I have a rapport. I could work with him, I think.
That's fair. Very fair. You do that. Thank you, Alice.
Thank you.
Amazing. Amazing.
I'm just kind of like, I want to like text Saracene and be like, keep tabs on that one, but I don't know how subtly I can do that.
Give it a go.
Yeah. I'm not very subtle.
No.
Yeah. I mean, openly disdain everyone anyway, so.
As the coterie arrives at the harbor, where is Alice?
Alice is following a bit of a distance behind. She summoned her swarm back to her and has stalked through Elysium, parting shots with anyone who sneers as she walks by. But as soon as she hits like the doorway outside, she is unseen passaging.
Roll for it, please.
Mm-hmm.
As there are quite a lot of people.
Yep. So I get hungrier.
Don't be old.
What do you want me to roll? There is no specific roll for unseen passages, just
Oh
a
no,
rouse
it's just
check.
a rouse check, yeah.
Yeah.
One moment you see Alice pass by a pillar, next thing she's gone. And all four of you don't notice this because you guys are too busy focusing on the plane. At the moment you are standing at the harbor, what's the plan?
We need a boat.
We could swim.
Out there?
You don't need to breathe anymore.
So you weren't joking about the vampire bit?
No.
Sorry.
We can't drown, but we can sink.
Yeah, but then you just
So-
sink and walk along the bottom.
So, boat.
Boat is probably better.
Okay.
Guys,
My boat is a bit big.
guys, you
Mhm.
you start hearing someone yelling, "Wait up! Wait!" And then, if you look back at the Elysium, you see 8 running and then giving up on her high heels, kicking it off, and running towards your group.
A friend of yours?
It's 8.
Okay. A prince sent me. We need the boat to get to the plane.
Yeah.
I'm here to make sure none of you breaks any masquerades.
A boat would be very much appreciated.
Boat is more helpful.
Yeah, it's right there. She points at like this sleek speedboat.
Excellent.
and It's right there.
Thank
All
you.
aboard.
All
Yeah.
aboard.
On board.
I'd like to lean over and just whisper in 8's ear. I was told I need to come too.
She doesn't break stride as she did this, but she does give a little glance to the side before going into the boat and starting the engine. What's in awareness? All of you.
Oh, no.
Do you want to?
I don't suppose the specialty in traps would come into relevance here.
A trap? I don't know what you mean.
How the fuck did I manage that one?
One.
No, I'm gonna do a willpower.
Oh no,
That's
Jen,
Maxie!
did you
I'm
just
starting
beast or
off.
fail? No.
It was gonna happen. It was gonna happen.
Oh,
This
my
is
darling.
everything I could have hoped for.
Maxie!
Nailed it. 10 out of
Do you
10.
want
You're
to-
doing terrific.
Do you want a willpower reroll?
You can spend a willpower to re-roll it though.
Re-roll it.
Yeah.
You don't want to be in compulsion.
You don't
I really don't.
You can roll into here if you want as well. Wait,
So-
I'll just move my dice.
So your hunger dice stays the same, but you can
Yeah,
roll
it's
up
an
to
improbable
3 of your normal die.
6.
Yep.
Nice.
You're welcome to roll into here. That's easier.
It's a 6 from Charlie with a crit.
It's sadly just a 3 from Delilah.
That's better.
There
Okay.
You know?
Anybody who rolled 3 or higher would notice that the boat actually has a name. It says Charon.
Sharon?
Sharon?
Charlie would know exactly
Wait.
what that means.
Ah,
S
Sharon.
H or
Sharon
Ch-
is
C H?
on
Yeah.
River Styx.
the of sticks is the
Yeah.
button.
It's...
Well, of course, Jen and Maxie does not notice this.
Jen's fretting over the baby. Sort of.
I appreciate it.
Jen's vaguely like hovering, like trying not to be a pest, but also just like, please don't freak out, please don't freak out, please don't freak out.
She's kind of sitting here, like, she's still occasionally glancing at her hands, but she's mainly taking everything in, watching you guys really closely.
Mhm.
She does, like, she's giving you reassuring smiles,
Yeah.
but she is still active, like, it's as much as she can. It's not.
Jen's sort of like, yeah, it's just like, alright. I'm assuming you have questions.
A little bit.
Alright, do you want proof of the vampirism?
I ate someone.
You did. I also have 0 pulse, neither do you. Try the neck, it's easier. Well, technically harder because you're not going to find anything. It's hard to look for something that's not there.
What I did was hold my breath and then eventually realized it didn't hurt.
Doesn't give you a headache anymore. Or make you pass out. You don't technically need to breathe, you just do it out of habit.
So, vampires exist.
Mm-hmm.
Why aren't. Why. I thought this would be more common knowledge if people who.
So, do you remember how the lady who gave Charlie back his knife said, don't make any masquerade breaches?
Masquerade is.
The big secrecy. That's the big...
Is the
It's our
lie.
secrecy act. And if you...
People get killed by.
Too many.
You
And I
learn,
just added to
you learn to not kill people when you do it. You were just very hungry.
Those of our society kill as infrequently as possible.
Yeah.
You
And
will
I-
learn control.
The younger you are, control is harder, and some people just also really lose touch with humanity and go ape shit.
And that's what I did.
You didn't lose touch with humanity, you're just a baby. You're learning.
I'm gonna have to get used to. When you say I'm a baby.
You're a stage.
I'm 124 years old.
I beg your pardon?
That's including human years.
Well, hey, you look great for your age.
Thanks,
Like,
I know.
the skincare routine. Need to drop it. Okay.
Elizabeth Bathory really had the right idea. Blood does wonders for you.
Age? I point to 8 as well.
She's human.
I'm 25.
She's human.
Same.
131.
It's only got a few years on me.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Not everybody has a solid idea.
Okay. So I'm a vampire.
Mm-hmm.
You'll hear the word kindred get used a lot for that.
Yeah.
Humans will often get called kind.
Okay. I'll make a note of that. And we're in Sydney.
Yes.
Yes.
Are you from Sydney?
Can't remember. I remembered the box. I remember hearing the sea and then the party and then you.
What's your name?
My name's Delilah. I know that.
You know you're 25.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
You have a last name, Delilah?
Yeah, Addison isn't really my last name, but
Do you remember your birthday?
No.
aw, I don't know your sign. You
It's
smiled.
gonna be a hard time looking for you. There would be some missing persons report that would pop up sometime.
We can look into that later. We also we don't know how long you've been missing. Like, you're, from what I can sense, you're only a few days old. So you may not have been missing long enough for missing persons to, like, start really spreading your image around.
She could have been missing for
Longer than that.
longer before she was turned.
She could have been a ghoul. She may not be
Sure.
24.
I think we're just making this worse for
Here we
now.
are.
Yes,
Okay.
I think we're just stressing her out
Sorry.
first before we do this.
We'll learn more later.
Plane first,
Plane first, yeah. Also, why are we go? Okay, anyway.
because we were told to.
The guy in the ugly suit, he's the boss. Boss.
So, am I allowed?
Don't question
Not
us.
yet.
Boss.
Ape is pretending to not hear any of your conversation as she points towards the open cargo hold, which usually is closed during
Mhm.
plane landings
Mhm.
and plane takeoffs. It's where the luggages are stored and other cargoes. This time, the door looks as if it's been ripped open
From the inside or
from
the
the
outside?
inside.
Okay.
Okay.
It's been blown out.
It's a storyteller question. Would I still have fleetness activated from before, or is that
Yeah.
dissipated by now? Alright, I'm gonna rouse for it again.
Well,
Don't get hungry.
can we? Does it look like it's possible for all of us to get in through the? Like, are we close enough to the cargo hold that it's easy enough for all of us to get in, or does it?
Yeah, it is a bit high, so some of you will have to toss each other up, I guess.
All right. Well,
Huh.
who's got a big jump?
Oh, one tosses a bit.
Don't tell the gang.
All right. Well, let's get the boat as close as possible and see if we can't get in. I can go up first.
Take one of these life preservers on the ropes with you. Maybe we can lash it to something.
I'm gonna rouse for feral weapons. No, I don't get hungrier, so it's okay. Yeah, Jen sort of like clenches their hands a little bit and grows like, they don't look like, they're not elongated nails, they're like cat talons. So they sort of like curve as they sort of like push out of their nail bed, and then just goes and just jams their hands into, or their claws into the side of the plane and scales up.
Just a them thing?
Everybody's got their own.
And
We all have our tricks.
has the life preserver. Is there somewhere that they can tie the life preserver, like the rope from the life preserver to it?
There is usually some handholds at the side of this.
Yeah, so Jen will sort of tie the the rope of the life preserver to the plane and then throw it back onto the boat for you guys.
That'll at least keep the boat in the right place.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Charlie's gonna take out his Bowie knife and anoint the blade. And won't get hungrier. There aren't a lot going there, but he'll pull up his sleeve, and there's a big tattoo around his left forearm of kind of serpent writhings. And he'll run the blade across one of the coils, and the blood will seep into the blade and then be absorbed. All right.
Are you all expecting a fight, or?
Better to stay ready. We don't know what brought this thing down.
Okay, well, you got limited time before the police come, so better be quick about it.
Okay. Is it close enough to jump across?
It's quite high.
All right. Well, Charlie will get across however he can, whether it's
Yeah, as I say, there's like a rope you can scale up now.
Yeah.
Jen will also reach hands down to help.
I'll lead the hand.
the hand still has talons on it. Like,
That's fine, I'm gloved.
yeah. We'll haul you up
Thank
one at
you.
a time.
Appreciate it.
I'll send some flies across.
I'll get up after Maxie.
The only person who would notice this, because they're still outside, is Delilah.
Huh. That's very unusual.
It's like a swarm of flies
Out in the middle
out
of
in the middle of the
water.
ocean.
At night.
At night.
They're large black blowfly size with iridescent red eyes.
Eeky.
That's not normal. I feel like I'm gonna be saying that a lot. As Jen comes to help, I am gonna point them out and be like, is that?
That's Alice. I would recognize that's Alice. Like, that's
Yeah.
Alice.
Hmm?
Alice is here.
Oh,
Points to the flies. I don't know whether she's gonna be help or hindrance, but you know, she's here.
she's been perfectly pleasant to me so far.
Aw, you just met Alice. We
Considering-
love Alice. I don't know whose side she's on.
She's in Nosferatu.
She's on nobody's side.
Delilah is trying to spot all of this, like spotting the flies, having a look around, finding out that Alice is here, but
Can't see
on
her.
a boat in the middle of the harbour. Can I activate Sense the Unseen as I'm trying very desperately to be like, what the fuck do you mean that Alice is
What am I
here?
missing?
What am I missing
Yes.
here
Look at it
exactly?
real hard.
Baby's first power.
And,
Power!
Since the unseen, and I know this is a roll-off.
Yes. I'm just.
With your obfuscate and intelligence
And wits?
wits and obfuscate versus
Yes.
Delilah's auspics and which one is the roll for
Resolve or wits?
Sorry,
It's
it
one
is
of the
wits and
two.
awareness.
Oh, wits and awareness.
Ordinarily, but if you're using auspics, I
Auspics.
think you swap out.
Wits and auspics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Let's go, baby. Oof, damn it.
Confident.
Use your willpower.
only 2 of them with reroll.
But you can still reroll 2 of them with willpower.
Yeah, I'm gonna burn a willpower. Screw it. Alright. Not too bad. Alright, that's gonna be a 4.
7.
Fuck!
Whoa.
Damn!
Oh,
Annihilated.
Annihilated utterly.
It was a critical in
Welcome to
there.
the league.
Bitch.
well, Delilah sees nothing except that the flies are. You said 4 successes?
Yes.
You see that the flies are of supernatural something. You're not sure what it is exactly, but they're a different color from everything else. They're dark and red, and it's connected to something, but you can't see what it is.
Yeah.
One thing you also notice is that in the boat, when you are doing your sense the unseen, it touches 8 briefly. And it's as if there's a void there, as if she doesn't exist there.
Huh. Yeah, I'm just gonna tilt my head and look at her for a moment and just. Okay. Not gonna say anything, but get onto the boat then, and
Stick my head in the cargo hold and sense beast. Just push out a little bit. Like, can I get advice? Is there anything? Well, anything with I can sense a beast present in mortals, vampires, and other supernaturals. Getting a sense of their nature. So sort of just pushing out. Like, is there anything alive or undead on this boat?
You're pushing your senses in the cargo hold.
Yeah.
Okay.
This starting in there, I'm gonna keep pushing outwards, as we go. I'm happy to roll for it as well.
Yeah.
My interest is solely in the pilot, any potential passengers.
2.
That's nothing.
Nah, not getting anything major.
Nothing major.
Mm-hmm.
It is quite dark in the cargo hold.
I might
There's no light.
lean my head out to 8 and be like, "Can you toss us some torches, flashlights, if you got them?"
Sure. I only have one though.
I'll take that.
Toss it to you.
Grab. And I'll flick on the flashlight. So it's like knife in one hand, flashlight in the other.
Yeah.
Looking at full SWAT style.
Very Resident
Yes,
Evil.
consider Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Jen will activate Eyes of the Beast as well.
Phone flashlight, I suppose.
Somebody
I have
passes
a
the flashlight passes over Jen's eyes. It does the
No?
cat
Okay.
reflection. Just demon eyes.
I am gonna be. I think I'm gonna be sticking with Maxie then. Like,
You've got your Auspex active.
would I be able to see in the dark with my Auspex active?
You would sense the general surroundings.
The conquest.
But
I think-
it's not. It's like when you go near the object, you know that something's there.
Yeah.
So you can avoid most obstacles, but you cannot see too.
I think I'm gonna still stick with Maxie as a kid. This is very new. Not used to it.
Yeah, Jen will take the lead with Charlie.
Alright. Potential survivors first, and then...
Well, do you two want to do the pilot? We'll sweep the plane.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah.
We head to one end, you stay at the other, we'll meet in the middle.
Sounds good. Don't
Alright.
open any doors.
Something comes for you, holler.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
keep your ears out.
You'll be fine.
Let's go.
The three of us, and we're not young, you'll be alright.
Okay. I believe you. I
You're
believe you.
also now tougher than you think you are.
Yeah,
A little bit more, not indestructible, but durable.
let's not test that quite yet.
Let's not test the theory.
Come on,
Alright.
Let's go.
we start at the front.
Let's go.
And I will head straight to the captain's cabin.
Okay. You find easily the staircase. There's like a handhold going up, and it's just eerily quiet in here. It's as if there's no sounds outside coming in. And as you start going up, you notice that there are some bloodstains on the ladder itself. It's not fresh. It's cold, but it's still wet.
That was a bad sign.
An unexpected one. So, not fresh, but still, like, wet?
If Charlie notices that, I'd like to take a little bit on a finger and taste it and use a taste for blood. Blood
Go
sorcery power. So I need to roll resolve plus blood sorcery at a difficulty of 3.
I've moved my hide with this crew.
Which the Maxie's doing.
The crew that have gone up into the cabin.
Okay, I'm gonna spend a
We've
little
all
bit
gone
of
to the cabin. They're going up to the pilot.
I'm
yeah.
going up to the front of the plane.
Yeah, so you're on Maxie.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so that's 5 successes on the taste for blood. So I can identify if it's mortal, ghoul, or vampire, or another supernatural creature, but not exactly what. If mortal, I can determine the resonance and intensity, and if vampiric, I can determine the relative blood potency.
Nice.
The blood that you tasted is definitely kindred blood. Their potency is 1, which means they are very, very, very weak. Almost same level as Delilah.
There's a fledgling in here, or there was, somewhere.
That would explain the blood.
A wounded one.
That would also probably explain the crash.
And the moment you open the hatch going up into the actual cabin, you notice that it is a war zone.
Shit.
Everything is covered in blood, gore. There are some headless bodies in there.
How many are we talking? Was this a full jet that's been massacred, or are we talking sporadic bodies?
It's like half
Okay.
the plane has been massacred.
Great.
And some of them drained with blood. You do notice one thing though. There is the flight attendant, one of the flight attendants are speared with the chair right through and stuck on the wall, and she has a gun. And you notice other flight attendants with guns as well, all dead in their own way.
Can Delilah walk up and see if they've got, you know, a ID on them or anything? Like, a flight attendant with a gun is very, very unique. I'm wanting to see if it's security or anything.
If you pat them down, you would find an ID. However, the picture on the ID does not match the person.
Do you know how to use one of those things?
No. But I'll
Squeeze
take it.
down.
I will.
Squeeze down, pull. All right. And
I will take it. They won't kill us, but it will hurt like a mother. So.
Alright. Cool.
And I will take another one of them. Fully loaded, or have they been fired?
They've been fired.
Great. Firing down on a plane never really ends well.
Charlie, how many hunger do you have? How much hunger do you have?
Just one.
Okay. One thing you'd notice with your penchants for blood is that this blood, the blood that you tasted is different than the others. Like some of the blood smeared on the wall seems to smell like human blood, but you're not sure. And there's just something wrong with how the blood looks in general.
Something's not right here.
No.
Not more than the obvious. Something with the blood.
Do you point out some of the like weird
Yeah.
blood?
Yeah.
Jen was gonna basically like press their face to one of the iffy looking ones and just take a really big deep sniff. And can I roll for Bloodhound? So I can get a resonance just by like smelling. What is it? It's like my shit fucking roll. Whoa! I got 4. I got 2 crits.
You're hungry.
Oh, sorry, I just closed it. It's like 180. Next one. Yeah. So, do you want me to read it out?
Huh? No, I know it.
Oh, you know it? Yeah.
It's just I'm trying to decide which one you actually.
Which
Yeah.
one do you go and take a big old whiff of?
Because
Yeah.
there was so many emotions happening in that plane.
Yeah, specifically Jen is looking at one of the ones that Charlie's pointed out. It doesn't look like normal human blood. So yeah, Jen's
When you
having a
take
big
a
sniff.
sniff of that, you would feel melancholy.
That is not what I was expecting to feel.
And one thing you also would notice is that your nose is starting to burn up.
Ow.
You okay?
I didn't realize that sadness burnt.
It doesn't.
I don't know what that is. It's not human. Not completely. Ow, that
It
Oh,
might have been
not-
corrupted by something. There's ways of.
Can I investigate? I'm just looking. Like, I still have
Here's your handkerchief.
Jen
investigated it.
like
I
rubs their face
see
aggressively.
anything unique about it all? Anything?
What's an investigate? Where is Alice's swarm right now?
Alice's swarm has actually landed on the back of Maxie's coat. Ew. On the shoulder.
Will you notice, Maxie? I wonder, it is quite dark.
I feel like we would have heard them approaching at least.
Yeah, considering they're blowfly.
Making friends.
Miss Alice, thank you for joining us.
She's not here, it's just her bugs. Sleeping. Don't squish him. She'll kill you.
I would never. Are you alright?
That was... I've never sniffed anything that's made my nose burn, except the last time I was alive and stuck my face in chili powder.
Might be some kind of blood sorcery I don't know about.
I don't know, I don't like it.
Not human, not kindred, not ghoul.
It's human, but
But
spicy.
Spicy
You
humor.
always talk about spicy blood, Charlie. It reminds you of a rumor within the Banu Hakim that the Second Inquisition is going active in Australia. And you know that some of their blood burns.
I think we might have some believers on our hands. It's hard to explain.
Give it your best, but we should also keep moving.
we're in a plane slowly sinking into the water. We
Yeah,
should
we
probably
We probably
need
should
to
get
move.
Keep moving, let's walk and talk.
noted.
Inquisition.
Don't have any encounters with them.
Inquisition?
We'll talk about
Long
that
story.
Okay.
Details later. Investigate now.
Yeah, later, short story. Keep an eye out.
Guard off.
Even more so than normal.
Keeping an eye out.
All right.
Let's not split up.
No.
Nothing. Yeah, I just thought I'd mention.
Yeah, splitting up.
Bad idea.
If we're dealing with believers, not a fan of splitting up.
Let's go to the captain's cabin,
There might be someone still alive there.
potentially.
All right. So you two were taking the front, right?
We're coming with you. We're not
Yeah,
splitting
yeah,
up.
no, but yeah, like
Yeah, no.
moving information. You two were
Generally
taking
speaking, I think Jen and I will be used to either we're both point or we top and tail so that we
Yeah.
have
Alright.
flanks.
Well, I can shoot, so I'll stay a little bit back.
Yeah, and you've got eyes on the back of your head at the moment, so.
Multiple sets of them.
Don't know if she'll help you out, but you know,
They're there.
just
Yeah.
in case.
All right.
Alright.
I'll be out ready.
As you approach the pilot's cockpit, which sounds wrong.
It is correct, though.
It is correct. Why does it sound wrong?
Flight deck is the official term now.
Oh, didn't know that.
Oh. They remove the dirty parts of it.
Well, it's not just male pilots anymore.
Yes.
Yeah. So, as you approach the flight deck, you notice that the door has been ripped right off, and it's hard because that thing should be like
Impenetrable.
impenetrable,
And they're bulletproof.
but it's been ripped right off its hinges.
I hate
with great
that.
force.
That's
And you
one
see
of
the
us.
door just there, leaning against one of the walls.
That's
Easily.
that's one of us.
I think we've established that, but
One of us with
a lot more strength than anyone standing here.
yes.
Alright, let's check it out.
He's the first one in.
I feel like Charlie and Maxie are gonna head this one up.
Alright.
Jen will stay out here with Delilah.
Charlie.
I'll be just behind Charlie's shoulder.
Charlie will be knife out back to the door and then hook the flashlight in first to one flank and then go to the other side of the door, flashlight to the other,
Mhm.
and then step in.
It's completely empty, except for a pilot hat on one of the seats.
No bodies.
No bodies.
Blood?
Nothing.
Gonna look around for any like gear, suitcases, bags, anything like that.
The area compared to the rest of the plane is completely clean, except for the pilot hat.
Are you relaying this to us? Are we allowed?
No, not yet.
I'm just gonna whisper, clear.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Jen, would you mind keeping one hell of an eye out behind us while we check this out?
Yes, I got that. Jen is actually keeping their eyes and ears peeled, just for any kind of movement. Like this, has their back to the open flight deck door, and sort of has Delilah like half behind them, between them and the door, and is just like looking down, but also like straining their ears to hear.
Jen, the moment you turn around,
Mhm.
when everybody's looking into the flight deck,
Mhm.
you notice that the whole plane is completely clean. There's no blood, there's no guts. Everything is back as if it's like an abandoned plane.
There was blood a moment ago, right?
Mhm.
Where'd all the blood go?
Huh? What was that?
Delilah, do you see blood?
Do I see blood?
You don't see blood anymore.
Where did all the blood go?
That's interesting.
Somebody's fucking with us.
Yeah, somebody's. That's.
Don't trust what you can see. It might not be real.
I still have Sense the Unseen activated.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, okay, cool. This is very interesting. What are you guys seeing there?
Nothing, just a hat.
A rather immaculate nothing.
Charlie's gonna pick up the hat.
Sure.
Touch nothing!
Touch nothing!
This is the Cave of Wonders, goddammit, we touch nothing!
Nathan has just finished telling someone don't trust your eyes, and then he's like, yoink.
That one?
With
Trying to push
Maxie's,
the button.
with my particular experience with planes, can I give the most basic of does any of the controls respond? Is the battery is the plane dead? Was it turned off? Can I just the most basic of startup checks, more or less?
Okay.
Are we in a coffin, more or less? Is it dead?
The plane itself, one thing you would know at least, because you have at least experience with planes. It's recently been landed, that's true.
So it didn't crash. It landed.
It landed perfectly on the water. It's as if it was planned to land there.
Okay.
I'd like to cross into the cargo hold from the boat. Lose connection with the unliving hive,
Yeah.
and cross into the cargo hold.
When you cross into the cargo hold, you feel eyes just on you.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not coming from the cargo hold, it's coming from outside.
Can I look back at the boat? Is it 8?
It's a
I'll mouth back. They've been gone too long.
She just tilts her head around, shrugs her shoulders.
Just checking.
In the cargo hold, Alice, you start to hear a familiar beeping. Beep. Beep. Beep.
Shit. Can I see where they've gone?
You can see the open hatch.
I will race straight up it. Guys, don't care what you're doing. Get out now.
She just suddenly fucking
Holy shit!
Yeah, just
We
appeared
flashed
at
them.
the top of the.
When she appears, does anything around us change?
No, but it is quite surprising because she just broke her unseen passage,
Yeah.
so just basically appeared out of
Nothing.
His claws.
Guys, move now. It's gonna
I-
blow. It's going to blow.
Bombs!
Considering everything, I agree.
Okay, we going?
Are we grabbing anything? Do we need
No,
anything?
just get your
There is one
dainty little asses out of this metal box.
Get it?
dainty.
Dex Athletics.
Yours is nice and buxom.
Dex Athletics, did you say?
We're like, it's been nothing but death athletics all fucking time.
What we're doing?
All Dex, all athletics, all the time. Oh.
Busy critical.
6 is a success,
Ooh,
isn't
messy
it?
critical.
Yes.
I only got a success on my hunger dice.
You got an options with messy critical.
Actually, I'm gonna willpower that. Fuck that.
You can fail it, or you keep it
That
and
was
lose
worse.
an advantage dot.
I'm a failist.
And simple.
That's 8 for Charlie.
Is Charlie grabbing someone? Because all 3 of your coterie mates,
This is straight back to the trenches, and a bomb's gone off. It's like whoever's close, probably instinctively like arm.
Yeah.
Let's go.
6.
Take them first.
do you grab anybody?
I was right next to you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Maxie's right there.
Yeah. Jen was the furthest from you, so it makes
Probably
sense.
nearest to Alice.
Yeah, Jen's closest to Alice.
Come on, princess.
Aww.
As all of you race out of the plane, you can feel it. You can feel your beast terrified. Because if you look back, you would see that the flames start to engulf the whole plane. And it's just this roaring, terrifying, fiery beast trying to eat all of you. It's the first time you felt this way, Delilah, about fire, about flame.
Fire bad.
Straight panic.
But all of you make it just in time. All of you jump out of the plane and into the deep waters below as the plane combusts.
Well, I certainly hope that our Kindred got out.
I don't. I killed them. They went psycho.
Alice is starting to swim back to the boat and stops and goes, now is not the time for a conversation.
Jen's already paddling after. Just,
Well, do I hear any of the water police
The
approaching?
police have been approaching. They were trying to cordon off the area. If you notice the harbor, they were trying to cordon off the area from the public. They were trying to approach the plane when it exploded.
there are sharks in the
That is also true.
harbor. And actual facts
Actual facts.
from Sydney Siders.
While we're in the water, that's always true.
And a lot of jellyfish, actually.
Yes. Yeah. No, there's a. Jen is keenly aware that there are sharks in the harbor and is like, swim people, let's go! Speedy, speedy.
Yeah.
You know, Delilah is up and
Yeah, onto the boat.
she doesn't like it. She has suits for. She's had a bad night.
Yeah, this is my nice harness.
I'll let Max go ahead of me.
So that you can stare at their
Get
eyes.
the view.
Well, sure.
Whatever floats your boat.
I mean, I did just save your life. This is the very least you can give me.
I'll climb slowly.
Oh.
Onto the boat.
I'd offer you more, but I feel like you don't want it from me.
Maybe tomorrow night.
I love this table.
8 makes a face, but she is busy dialing someone as she starts the boat. And Charlie, did you keep?
I did say I picked up the hat.
Pick up the hat, didn't you?
You still got the hat?
Look at the hat.
I'm allowed to still have the hat, sure.
The moment you had a chance to actually look at the hat, you notice that it's old. Like, this pilot hat is really old. Like, pioneer days kind of old.
Oh my gosh.
Huh.
Like, it's the first ever kind.
Like a cattle rustler's hat.
Yeah,
Oh.
something similar to that. It's not the modern white. Why
Yeah.
did you get scared?
No, I know. I'm cold.
Okay.
What you
It's
got
not
there,
the-
bucko?
Well,
My head.
this was on the seat.
As you raise it,
Mm-hmm.
you notice that 8's expression changes.
This means something to you?
Not really. It's familiar. I've seen one before.
In a museum?
Someone on that plane was capable of some pretty powerful illusions. Or something like it. They changed what we could see.
All the more reason to find them. Maybe I can help you with that.
I thought you might.
Yeah.
Ow.
I've got connections. And at least know one trail. Someone who has or does something similar to this kind of stunt. It's just I haven't been able to pursue her. But if you go to this place, actually, Alice, you're from around there. Alice Springs.
No laughing.
Sorry, what was it?
Yeah, what of it?
Wouldn't you happen to know a kindred? A Ravnos?
Look, just because we're all kindred doesn't mean we all know each other.
But
But I
Alice,
might. You know, Alice knows stuff. What's it worth to you?
I'll gladly pay this coterie to help me fight this individual. And bring them to me.
Did you? You just used the word coterie.
Did you include me in that?
Do you want to be?
Oh God, no!
Coteries are like 4.
No,
And
I'm...
aren't like all 4 of you like happily going along as a group? That makes you a coterie. Plus Alice.
And friend.
And friend.
And Alice just looks horrified at this thought. She's like, oh my God, no.
don't know.
I do not need these
Just-
babies.
I don't look very impressed either.
Just quietly, it's inducting her into a coterie with us is a good way to stop her from getting killed.
Has the prince said something to you, 8? About us 4, I mean.
It's just that the prince has been saying that most of you are running solo, and there needs to be more coterie in the Camarilla to show the others, the new arrivals, that we are united.
Or
Plus, we have the rising threat of the Sabbat. So it might be a good idea.
you believe
I thought that was just like campfire stories.
It's a rumor.
No.
What we need to be concerned about is the presence of the Inquisition.
Well, look, double threat.
I hate to say it, but I think Charlie's right. Like, the Inquisition is a much bigger threat than... What are the Sabbat? They
the Sabbat
play it
has
being
a soul.
scary.
They are not. It's been confirmed. How can you not know this?
Well, the Sabbat are a magnet. for
I'm
the
aware
Inquisition.
I'm aware of them.
Brisbane is controlled by the Sabbat. They have a stronghold there.
It's only Brisbane.
They've been
It's still part of Australia.
the Sabbat have been particularly ambitious in recent months. So if there's any chance they could be trying to mess with New South Wales. Alright.
I mean, I'm really fond of this idea. Haven't had a pack for ages.
Hang on. One of you seems uniquely informed about the Sabbat and one just used the word pack. How do I know that you guys aren't secret Sabbat?
I'm a gangrel, and when I was embraced, I was brought into a pack with the anarchs.
Ouch.
Yeah,
I'm so
not
sorry.
supposed to be here.
Oh, poor darling.
Yeah, this
Right
isn't a
now,
fashion
all these
statement.
times.
Mm.
Meanwhile, the Sabbat and I have a
you were in Brisbane making port. You know, you're gonna
Yes.
run into them.
Yes.
And that's where you were recently around Brisbane, weren't you?
Maybe that's where Delilah came into.
That's what I was just thinking.
Same brain cell. We can share today.
Well, no, that's a plan. I will, if you wish, you could inform the prince that you are a coterie. I will inform him of an order that I wish to have, which is to find this individual. It's Ravnos. I don't know what name she's going under.
Ravens are
she
usually pretty
is-
hidden, though. They don't announce their presence
No,
much.
you would notice this one quite well, because easy to spot her. She looks like me,
How much like you?
Yeah.
like a younger me.
You sisters.
No,
Interesting. Okay.
she took my likeness.
Permanently.
Probably.
Roll. Can I? Something seems off with this, and considering what Delilah saw with her Auspex.
What's an insight?
What's an insight?
Well, they're doing that. Alice, just quickly. Curious question. Was the place covered in blood when you got in?
Was it? No.
Hmm.
Clean as a whistle.
Because when we got in initially, it was covered in blood. And then we got to the pilot's door and turned around, and it was
Okay.
clean. Which means whatever was fucking with us, got you as you came in, unless it was not actually bloody and it was clean and they were fucking with us when we first got in.
Well, I don't know any cleaning crew that's that fast.
Yeah, I don't know anyone that efficient.
So,
No, just curious.
interesting.
That's an 8.
Nice.
We lost you. I got a 5. With your 8 successes, Delilah, you would notice that 8 is saying the truth, but she is omitting important details about it. And with that information in mind, we will end the first episode of this Camarilla point of view of Red Center by Night. Yay! Everyone's trying not to be excited. But
Let's
yeah.
punch some sabats.
Yes, let's.
But yes, thank you so much, guys, for watching our show. We will introduce ourselves, starting with me. My name is Rina, and I am the storyteller of Red Center by Night.
My name is Melissa, and I've been playing Alice the Nosferatu.
Hello, I'm Hollow, and I've been playing Argent the Gangrel.
Hi, I'm Kai, and I am playing Maxi Al Ventrue.
Hi, I'm Izzy, and I am playing Delilah the Toreador.
I'm Adam, and I'm playing Charlie, our Banu Hakim.
And thank you, Matt, for
Thank you, Matt.
Yay! Mysterious producer.
Everybody.
Just a hand, don't worry, you'll see it.
It's just that's all he is. He's like the
He is
thing,
just the hand.
just like a disembodied hand.
Yes, we will see you again next week. This has been Red Center by Night. Bye.
Good evening, everyone. Please stay seated. First of all, I don't think there's a need to introduce ourselves. I understand that we all know each other quite well already. Second, I'm here as an arbiter, not as a judge. I'm a neutral party in this meeting. Third and most important of all, I wish to make sure that everything that is discussed in this room will stay in this room. Does everyone understand? Good. Now, please, sir, proceed with your line of questioning.
Thank you. In light of the seriousness of the situation, I feel we should get straight to the point. What kind of damage are we looking at when the asset escapes into the public?
Objection!
Oh, please, Counselor. You know that this is not the court.
As the head of the garden, tell me how volatile the asset is.
While we've made considerable progress with the asset, I believe introducing it into a new environment would see a great increase in its volatility.
Mr. Winters, what consequences would we face if the asset were to be terminated?
This is absurd. Nobody here is talking termination.
No, but by transporting it, you are creating a scenario whereby hostile parties, human error, or sheer bad luck may result in loss or termination of the asset.
We can guarantee the security and safety of the asset in transit.
Yeah, like you did with Victoria Hardestat.
Hardestat was a high-profile target.
Which was taken right under your
with
nose.
a high suspicion of internal interference.
And then the Adelaide incident.
This asset can save millions of lives if put to use, which isn't being done by keeping it locked up in a cage.
Oh, we ain't buying any of that shit, mate.
Save lives.
You just see another weapon for use in another of your shit show conflicts.
How many lives have you lost in these recent and extremely concerning containment breaches?
Because the US has continuously reduced its funding in what was supposed to be a joint run.
Then it's quite clear who the more qualified part here is to.
Gentlemen, please.
Oh, fuck you, you bloated pig's ass.
Councillors, please contain yourselves. I will not have this devolve into another brawl.